Oh, 5.
All right. You guys know what that means?
Yeah.
It means I'm hosting. So things are going to be 8 minutes late behind schedule. I just came in hot from vacation, so I don't know what's going on, but I will tell you something. The topic that we are going to be talking about today on Three Moms and a Dad is important because we're going to be talking about parental guilt. And specifically, you know, there's a survey for everything, but the recent survey that I saw was that 90% of moms specifically feel guilt, and summer happens to be the height of the guilty season. So we've got three moms and a dad who's going to try and host this thing here on Facebook Live. So to start things off, let me tell you a little bit about myself. First of all, we've got Monica Woods, we've got Brittany Begley, and we've got Brittany Miner, guest mom today. So thank you so much on a holiday for being here. We really appreciate it.
Jeez.
So I'm a dad of 3 kids. I've got Lakin, I've got Maverick, and I've got Nash, my son. And we just got back from a crazy road trip, but we're happy to be back. So I'm in the midst of trying to raise 3 little ones, all under the age of 6. Somebody who knows very well what that experience is like is Monica Woods. So tell us about yourself.
Did we see a picture of your kids? Did we?
I think they're trying to load them up, but
okay.
you know, you'll just have to imagine.
I know. So Rob worked with my husband in the morning, and as soon as you were expecting number 3, he said, I am going to need major advice here. So our dynamics, 2 girls and a boy. Brittany, I know you have the same dynamics. And I just told her, because hers is really little, I said he will be spoiled by the girls. But there are also times when he's just like, really? I feel like I have 3 moms in this house. Like, can you guys just stop? So there they are.
He looks like Walt.
Everybody says that, but if you looked at our baby pictures, so 16-year-old, a 14-year-old, and a 12-year-old. So yeah. They're growing so
Looking
fast.
at colleges. Joseph's working on his hair, which is epic and awesome. Okay, Brittany, what about you? Tell us about yourself, and then Brittany Miner, we'll get to you in just 1 second.
Oh, this Brittany.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I have one son. He is 12, and it's a journey. It's just 3 of us, so we like to have fun. I was like one and done. I cannot do anymore. But my hat's off to you guys with multiple children. I think you guys are amazing. And today we're making a red, white, and blue cheesecake salad. I bet you never tried that before.
Okay, this is going to be good. Perfect for the holiday. And Brittany, tell us about yourself.
Okay, well, I've got 3 kids. So I'm in the 3-kid group, the club. I just had my 3rd, so this is still a new experience for us. 2 girls and a boy. My oldest is 8. My middle one is Amira. She's 2 or 3, going to be 3 in about 2 weeks. And then the littlest one is Emil, and he's 4 months.
Oh, look!
wow.
Oh
So
my
they're
gosh!
very little right now.
Oh my gosh!
Beautiful.
We're just gonna leave these photos up for the rest of the show because this is what people want to see. Absolutely gorgeous.
3 under the age of 10 has been fun and challenging at the same time. It's a fun challenge.
So Brittany, we'll start with you because before the show started, we were talking about it a little bit. You know, summer rolls around and you've got these 3 beautiful children. Are you like the 90% of people out there that feel some kind of guilt, especially now?
Oh yeah. It's funny because this summer is a little different for me because I'm actually home because I'm with the new baby, and I'll be home through the summer. But the last few summers I've been working, so I have an experience with both kinds of guilt. Work guilt it just feels bad because you're at work and you're like, I wonder what I could be doing. You see the sun shining out in the window and you want to do something with the kids, go to the park, anything. And you can't until 5 when it's either way too hot or the sun's about to go down.
Right.
And then this year it's a little different because the kids are here with me and it's great, but I don't know what to do all day.
Right.
So I still feel guilty because they were stuck in the house instead of out all the time. So there's guilt either way.
Do you feel like, in your situation, and Brittany and Monica chime in too, and also we've got comments, Monica, we'll be looking at comments.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you feel like in that situation, you're going to work and you're trying to worry about that, but then I also want something to do, and then Dad and the kids, they look to you to solve that problem. Like, what are we going to do today, Mom? Is it a specific kind of guilt for moms?
There is. You're always the coordinator. So they come to you and ask not only where's my socks, but what are we going to do today? So you have to have everything in place. So there's that guilt if you don't know what to do, or if you think you know what to do and it fails. And it's a horrible experience and nobody has a good time. The kids are crying.
And it's not your fault. Sometimes it just doesn't work out.
Absolutely. But of course you can't say that to Mom.
I love summer, and I think my love grew when I was young, and it's kind of my own personal mission. I feel like sometimes that I want my kids to have that same love
Yes.
and memories and like, oh my gosh, remember when we play all day and then played Ghost in the Graveyard at night or tag or whatever. And then I'm like,
Indiana.
Right.
Just these are some Indiana things.
I was like, Ghost in the Graveyard
They
sounds
sound
fun.
running through the cornfield, children of the corn. You're like,
Frightening
oh my gosh.
experience, but
But
fun.
it is. I'm like, I hope they're having that same kind of fun experience. You know, where I grew up, we caught fireflies.
Oh,
and-
yes. Make 'em light
because you
up.
grew up in Ohio,
Uh-huh.
so just those little things. And so sometimes I feel like I try to pack too much in instead of just letting it breathe and being like, they'll figure it out. It's okay.
Yeah.
And Brittany, what about you? Also, we're going to show you and Chance just so
Okay.
everyone can see
Okay,
who you're talking about. What about you? Is it a specific kind of guilt for you?
It is a specific kind of guilt. So I sent him to camp. So that was good. I felt like that pressure was off last week because he had something to do. He went to boating school, so he was skiing and doing all these great things. But other than that, I feel guilty because maybe I'm going back to school, so I might be doing homework or I might be working, and so I feel bad because I have a chore board now because I was like, you cannot do everything, like just sit there and play TV. So we have silent reading time, we have cleaning time, we have exercise time, we have chore time. Saying it out loud makes it sound awful. So, you know, but he's not, maybe he should be playing Freddy Krueger in the graveyard instead of
Right.
the chore board.
I'm telling you, the coordination for a family is huge. It matters because if you have nothing scheduled, like if you could do anything that day, then you end up doing nothing.
That's
So
true.
you really do need to plan some of these things, especially in California, because everything's busy, you know, all the time. You got to schedule camping and camps and all that sort of stuff. So
Yeah.
it is.
The feet.
Look at
yeah.
that family.
My daughter and I, we're foot twins. We have the same exact foot.
Yeah, you do.
So there they are. And Nash, one day he'll sit up, and then we'll update that photo. But yeah, that's them. And you know what? I have a different kind of guilt because it is true. I don't know why it got genderized this way in my family, but my wife really is the keeper of the calendar and the scheduling. My parents don't even call me to schedule stuff. They call her because she's got the calendar. But it really is. It's like somebody has to do the calendar.
Yeah.
And I guess in my family, it's my wife, female. But I don't know if it always has to be that way. And I don't know why I put that all on her. So if there is anything happening in this show about guilt, it's me feeling bad about that right now because
you go, Courtney.
because
There
it
you
is
go,
so
yeah.
much, you know. And Monica, just before the show, we were talking about vacation calendars and in the weather department, all that stuff. Scheduling stuff it's hard. It's really tough. So any comments?
We are getting a lot of comments, but
Good,
some of the
good,
ones that
good.
we saw earlier. Let's go ahead and talk about David M. He sent this, and I travel extensively for work. Summertime, I bring the family along whenever I can. So it isn't a perfect solution, but the kids also understand the value of work and home sacrifices needed to provide a living. You know, and I also saw somebody on Instagram too, because we're Instagram living this.
good.
Yeah.
They also said, you know what guilt is when you can't feed your family. And
That
I
is
think
true.
that is a great perspective. It's like, yeah, you're right.
Right.
That's a good point because if you think about it from that angle, the kids probably don't feel that as much as you do.
Yeah.
They are having a great time no matter what they're doing, even if it's at home building a fort or going through a graveyard or going to work.
We're not letting that go, Monica.
They have fun no matter what. It's us that feel like, oh, we should be doing more. We should do it this way, or they're not reacting the right way. So
I
it's a
have
nice
to-
perspective.
Okay, it goes to the graveyard. It's not running through a graveyard.
What do you do then? You talk to dead people?
Graveyard.
I
That's
was
all.
like, why is that so weird? It's just like you pretend like you're a ghost and you hide behind bushes and
So you
things
see
like
dead
that.
people.
It's just zombie stuff,
So-
people. Please.
So is everything okay? No, really. So we can't solve all the world's problems. We'll get back to guilt in a second because we love to hear not only you sharing your experience, but also maybe some of your solutions in the comments. There's one thing that we can do in the summer, and that is snack on some of this stuff.
Yes.
So Brittany, tell us what you're going to make for us today.
Okay, so we have a red, white, and blue cheesecake salad. And for those of you that might follow me on Facebook, I'm on a weight loss journey. I'm actually down 11 pounds. What's that?
Woo!
I know, right?
Yeah, all right.
I said that for just attention. Okay, so I felt bad now. So let's talk about, I wanted something healthy, but I wanted something fun. So with the fruit salad, it's going to start with a little bit of strawberry yogurt, vanilla.
Ooh.
We call this from Ohio pudding. This is vanilla pudding.
Pudding.
Instead of pudding. You're going to add that, a little fresh
Wait,
whipped
but
cream.
that's not pudding. Is that?
It's a pudding
a
mix
powder.
that I'm going to add in here.
Oh.
Pudding mix, so
Yeah.
I guess I can do
I
it.
thought it was like sugar or something. I'm
I
like,
know,
It's
right?
pre-pudding.
That makes sense.
It's pre-pudding. So it's going to kind of give it a flavor. I will tell you, last night I was at the store last minute getting this together. the Cool Whip was almost sold out. Like all of it was
Oh,
gone.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
exactly, right?
Hello.
And I'm mad because I had to ask 2 people where the Cool Whip was, and the first lady said, "I don't know."
Oh.
Well, could you not help me?
Frozen section.
Yeah, it was, but I went down there like 20 minutes. I was about to cry because I felt like I had so much on my plate, and they only had like 2 tubes left. That's why I couldn't find it.
I know they
Progress
hide.
Express.
That's a
We
conspiracy.
love
We should
Cool
spend a whole
Whip.
show on. They hide the Cool Whip at the grocery
They
store.
do
It's a
hide it,
fact.
right?
That and peanut butter for some reason. It's never like where you think it is. Anyway.
That's true.
That
Peanut
is
butter,
true.
it's like, why is
Oh,
that?
so you're gonna
They're
mix
like,
that all
oh,
together.
peanut butter. Let me check the back.
I
It's
think
like,
it's
no,
a
it needs to
game
be
for
in the
them.
front.
They like to watch people look around the whole store for the
Exactly.
seriously.
Spend some more money. So this is kind of like a fluff now. We had the yogurt, the whipped cream. We're going to add a little bit of the pudding on top to give it that vanilla pudding taste. Sorry, it's
Oh.
not that bad, right?
Hey,
No,
it's,
but
hey,
you
it's-
are
hey,
making a huge.
This is the
mess.
I know I am. I'm
Brittany.
like, this is not pretty.
Clean
this
it
is
all
it's
up,
a
yeah.
holiday. It's the work kitchen. Just do this, and we're just gonna walk out the back door.
I was wondering if she started her holiday a little early today.
It's a little bit of a hot mess.
Well,
not-
yeah, unexplained are just 3 wine glasses out, and let it be known they are empty. Now they're dry, but we'll see.
cleaned out.
Oh my god.
Okay, so you mix it all together.
We're going to mix it all together. We're going to add in our marshmallows.
Oh my gosh.
Our marshmallows.
You have a bigger dish.
I couldn't find one
Friend.
this
No,
morning.
right over here.
There you go.
Hillary got it.
Why is it every time I cook on the show?
Hey,
it's a
look.
disaster.
Speed
Hillary,
right,
thank you.
exactly.
salad.
Oh wow.
Okay, so
I'm sure a lot of people are going to be excited to make this
you
today.
think? Facebook's for-
Oh my gosh. Hey, you know what? While you're doing that, let me just mention that Jessica's joining us right now, and she says she's a stay-at-home mom, and Britt, you are too. And she said, you know, well, right now
Yeah.
you are. And she said it goes both ways, kind of that guilt goes both
Yes.
ways, because you sit there and you're like, I'm not contributing to the finances necessarily, but I'm helping out with her kids. And so her 6-year-old is asking, why don't you go to work, Mom? Everyone else's mom works.
Gosh.
And it's just like I feel as a parent, you can't win.
win either
Whether
way.
you're a stay-at-home mom or dad or you work, and it's always, you just go back and forth all the time. So
Yeah.
thank you, Jessica. Happy 4th of July. Thanks for joining us today.
You know, it's changed. The world's changed.
Right.
You know, and what was it? 70% of women also work and
Yeah.
take care of the kids, and everyone's just trying to juggle this massive way of trying to live, especially in California. So, what have you found as a solution? What works for you that maybe you can sort of throw out there that if you're feeling that, oh my gosh, the world is on my shoulders. I want to entertain the kids. I want to do what's right for them. What's right for yourself. Have you found anything that works for you and your family?
When I was working, I tried to do a lot of evening activities where we do a lot of make believe in my house. So I go in the playroom with the kids, and I feel like if I give them a whole half an hour or some committed time of just them, whatever they want to do, I feel like I've given them some part of my day, even though it's a smaller part, but it's something. And then on the weekends, we have more flexibility. We go out, we go do things. I would say that's my solution, is like if I feel like I've given them something throughout the week, that I don't feel so bad going to work because they had that interaction with mom, and then they have their day, and then I have my day, and then on the weekend we can come together. And then the other thing I do is I ask them a lot about their day, and I'm really excited to hear about their day. And so then at least it's like I'm involved, and they can't wait to tell me,
Yeah,
Mom,
that's
so
really
and so
good.
found a frog. You know?
Just that checking in at the end of the day is really important because, you know, we're busy, but kids are busy too.
Yeah.
Like maybe they did something at the park and they want to tell you all about it.
Yeah.
If you don't give them that invitation to tell you all about it, they'll just kind of just keep it to themselves and not feel like that they're part of the family or part of the conversation. Or, you know, one thing I've found is that a lot of parents talk down to kids, to do baby talk and this kind of stuff. But if you just talk to them like normal people, all of a sudden their vocabulary goes up, they're more engaged, they're able to tell stories, they're able to talk to adults. I feel like inviting them in, maybe asking about their day could be a good way to do it. Monica?
For us, I realized that because of my desire for them to have this great summer experience, sometimes I was doing too much. And then at the end of the day, I'm like, I don't know. You know, I was so frazzled. So what I do is now, I say in the middle of the day, I said, I need 30 minutes. You don't talk to me. You don't ask me unless it is a 911 emergency call that I need to be making. And it gives me that space to then go back and say, okay, now on to the next activity. And that was so important for me in the summer, more than any other time of the year, to have that space to say, okay, I need 30 minutes in the middle of the day, because my schedule is kind of all over the place. Sometimes I come in early, sometimes later. And so just kind of creating whatever time it was, I needed 30 minutes in the day. And then we heard from some other people that have ways that they have solutions. Getting to some of these comments, Veronica P says, I'm a teacher, so I have no mom guilt. I'm off when they're off, and I love every moment of it. I bet you do. And then
3 best
Michael,
parts of teaching: June, July, and August.
Yeah.
I've heard it before. I know it's the whole year, but I've heard, my family's all educators, so I've definitely heard that one.
Michael M says, yes and no about the guilt. My whole family could do better. So true. And then Jacques, I guess. I'm probably going to pronounce that wrong. Sorry if I pronounce it. What do you think, Jacques? Did I do
think
it
so.
right? Okay. Jackie?
Yeah.
It's a year-long thing. I try to do quality time with my kid on the weekends, like what Britt said.
Yeah.
Hiking and biking or driving out to nature. I still feel like I'm missing a lot, though. And I think that's just in general.
Part of it.
You know?
So what I like to do is I like to schedule at 5 o'clock. Chance knows we get 30 minutes. That's our time. We watch TV. It's not like my favorite thing, but that's what he likes to do. And then once a week, I do something alone with him. My husband does another day alone. And then we do something as a family. So we have something to look forward to. And that's how I started to feel less guilty, because 3 out of the 7 days, I know we're doing something. Every day we're at least having a half an hour together. So
That's what I do with our 3 kids, too. So, like this Sunday, my son wanted to rent a jump scooter. I said, oh, you got to be kidding. And my husband's like, there is 0% chance you are renting a jump scooter.
He's done like a million stories on it.
Here's the deal. I said, Joe, I will go on a jump bike. You can go on a jump scooter, but there's no way you're going alone. I said,
Right.
I need to see how you're doing on this, how you handle stops,
true.
cross sections, all this stuff. So we both ended up on a jump bike. By the way, try to run a jump scooter
do that.
around town.
Yeah.
They're all taken all
Right,
the
they're all
time.
sold
They're very
out.
popular. But we ended up going all the way from Sacramento into West Sacramento.
Okay,
We
that's
ran
awesome.
around, and it was just like this fun experience, because it was a struggle. And I said, we learned a lot today, Joseph, didn't we, about renting jump bikes?
You just
I'm
gotta
taking
say
that
yes.
idea.
Say yes,
Yes.
and then figure it out.
Yes.
Really quick, people on Instagram Live, I'm sure there's a few people that
Are
would
talking
love
to
to
us?
say hi to everybody else, or you say, however that works.
Okay, yeah.
And then I want to eat. That's
I know
really
you
what
want
I'm
to eat the
distracted
food.
about.
So yeah, just a lot of people just tuning in, like, okay, what is this? Constance is saying hello, like she's super excited, and then a couple people are making fun of the Hot Mess Express over here. But more importantly, they were happy to kind of just chat with us about what's going on in the world, because sometimes you feel guilty talking about it with your friends all the time, especially if they don't have kids, right?
Okay, so we should dig in.
Okay.
But we'll get some final comments. But let's just
I'm
round
excited.
out this conversation with one final thing. We are all doing the best that we can.
That's true.
Right.
And sometimes, and I've heard many times, and I don't really necessarily believe this, but in a harsh moment, it can make you feel a little bit better, that guilt is what we make of it. It's
Yes.
almost, in the moment, it's what we imagine all these things happening to us, and then we're also kind of assuming how people feel about it. Right. And I feel like, I think you said something important. It's your kids don't always remember these things. They are not taking on the guilt. They're not pushing that onto us. Maybe we're creating it on ourselves. But even with saying that, we still feel guilty. We still feel like we want to do everything. We want to be great at our job. We want to be a great spouse. We want to be the best dad, the best mom. We want to have the coolest calendar. But one of the things that but one of the things too, you know what I mean? Like, we want to have the calendar stacked. Like, oh my gosh, we're going to do all this stuff today. This is all stuff that we want to do. But one of the things that I saw as I was prepping for this was, one of the things that I think is making this more of a thing is
That's Brittany.
is social media, man. Social media is good. It's also bad.
Right.
And we're comparing ourselves with what everybody else is doing. And look, we all had that friend in high school that went on to be an orthodontist or whatever, and their vacations are pretty cool.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
you know, if we're
Going
going
to Greece.
right, you know,
Wow.
And
you
a
know what?
bikini.
Sometimes I'm going to the splash pad at Land Park for free, because that's the way that life is sometimes. And you know what? We shouldn't feel guilty about that, because everybody, you just do the best that you can. So that's my 2 cents on that. I mean, Instagram is great. We love it. We love to fantasize, but sometimes, our own little world's good enough.
Yeah.
I have to remind myself of that sometimes. Facebook and Instagram, they're not reality, right? And so what am I going to do in the presence? Not so much on social media.
I think it's important to find your happy moments within your own life
Yes.
instead of trying to find somebody else's happy moments and copying it in yours. It's about what your experience is, and with your children, if you're happy, they're most likely happy. So do the best you can to enjoy whatever it is, even if it's a crazy mess at home. You're like, hey, look what we did. At one time I did a flower fight with my kids where we actually
That's the best.
Oh my gosh.
it was a crazy mess, but everybody had a lot of fun, and that was a moment that they will enjoy and hopefully take with them
One
in
of my
adulthood.
favorite summer activities is when we start to get all ramped up and everything, I turn the music up really loud and it's a dance party.
We had a dance party.
And they'll just sit there now that they've got Instagram and Facebook and everything. I'm like, dang, are you recording this? This could be really bad. And they're like, seriously, you're such a fool. I'm like, yeah, but I feel good about being a fool.
That's right.
What's in that movie, Bad Moms? I'm not like a mom. I'm like a cool mom, right?
Yeah. I don't even know if I'm that. I'm just a mom,
Are there any final comments?
Yeah, Denise also said what Britt kind of said as far as planning. We do one activity a week as a family and one weekend a month. So kind of scheduling that in. It's like dates with your spouse or something. You got to schedule all that stuff in. You got to schedule stuff for the family. And I
Wait,
think one of the
what is
things
that word you said? Date? A date? What's that?
Not that I'm very good at it. I'm usually like, hey, you want to go grab a beer or something?
I know,
don't
right?
Like,
We're
that's
gonna
good
count this
enough.
as a
Yeah.
date. That's what it is.
One of the funnest things that I did is I took ownership of my own summer instead of worrying about the kids. I said, you know what we're doing? Mom's birthday is at the end of August, and we are going whitewater rafting. They're like, what? We don't want to do that. What? This is dangerous. You're putting us in a dangerous situation. I said, yeah, okay, well, we're going to do it. So
Yeah.
it's my birthday.
Yeah, exactly.
we loved it. Now it's a tradition.
Exactly.
And it was me saying, hey, you know what? It's my summer too. Enough.
And you know what? They might complain in the moment, but they look to us for leadership.
Yes, they do.
They'll fight, and they're always going to go for what they want to do. And most times, kids, what they want to do, they want to sit around. They want to do video games. They want to do these things.
The least possible.
You've got to fight those fights and win
Yes.
because they will thank you later. They'll remember. They won't remember the fight, but they'll remember the experience.
Yep.
So Chance was
Absolutely.
complaining about every single thing, and finally I had enough of it, and I said, all right, if you continue to complain, I'm taking away your TV, I'm taking away the computer. And I did it. And now he's like cleaning the toilets yesterday, cleaned out his bathroom. He was like acting like a cleaning ninja, and I was like, that is what's up. It's on me to hold him accountable,
Right.
Yeah.
It is on me. And quickly I was watching this YouTube because I felt like a failure of mom, and I was like, okay, how do you parent? And this guy said the greatest thing. He said, you are not responsible for their attitude, but you are responsible for what you provide for them. So you take away the things that you provide for them, and that will help shape their personality into what it is that you're looking for. And I did it, and I feel a million times better.
There you go.
Yeah.
Brittany?
You. Final comments?
Yeah.
I agree with her. Creating the mold is very important. So you shape their experience, and find a way to make whatever their experience is an enjoyable and upbeat thing, even if it's reading, cleaning the toilet, which my kid is now actually doing chores now at 8, so I've got her on a schedule for that. But it's something that she enjoys because I make it something that is not an option, it's just part of what you do.
Yes.
And she's just slowly, it becomes part of her world. So I think that's a big thing that helps alleviate the mom guilt that, okay, I'm involved with them, I'm doing something with them, and then later I'll do something fun. So
Right.
we've got a little bit of both.
It's not always fun.
It's not always fun.
Any final comments from viewers?
Most of them just saying, agreeing with how we all kind of have to juggle and
Right.
everything. I think for me, one of the pivotal moments was about 3 years ago. All my kids swim, and every year they were like, "This is my last year swimming." And I'm, oh, come on, let's just do it. And my son said, "That's it, I'm done." And I broke down, and I thought, "Am I pushing him? Am I making him swim?" And then I said, I just realized this is the one family thing we do in the summer every weekend. All 5 of us are together. It's 5:30 wake up calls. We all are there together.
good.
Yeah, just battling it out. And I said, "But I get it if you don't want to do it." And he said, "I had no idea that's what this meant to you. Sign me up until I'm 18." I know. But it was my moment that I realized you know what are these experiences that we're creating, and why is that so important? It was the memories and the time that we were a family unit.
It all adds up. It's
Yep.
the little things, and being conscious in the moment to accept it. Okay,
You gotta
so
try the cheesecake fruit salad. It is better than what I
it's
thought.
a
I'm gonna say,
cheesecake.
it's better than what I
Oh.
thought, right? So a little bit of
Like, wait,
cheesecake.
what?
If you don't like it, it's okay. You can be honest. I ate it because I haven't had breakfast or lunch, but thoughts? It's supposed to sit in the refrigerator for an hour. I know you're
I don't
allergic
think
to
it tastes
something
like
else, but I know.
cheesecake.
Sorry. It's okay. What do you think it tastes like?
that's
Like
amazing.
Goo? Gop?
No, I think it tastes like a
Hot
really
like my face.
sweet yogurt.
Okay, like a parfait kind of?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I think it tastes like.
What I like about it is that it's like a mystery, because the blueberries and the strawberries and the marshmallows are all start the same,
Yeah.
but then like the blueberry might be a taste explosion, or it might be a marshmallow, so it's a mushy thing. So it's like something's in my mouth that I know is gonna be good, but I don't know how it's gonna go till I bite down.
It's
Oh my God,
refreshing,
you should
though.
call it
It's a
hot mess.
party
It's
of your,
refreshing.
yes.
Yes.
Hot mess party in your mouth is what
There
I'm
we
hearing.
go.
Good grief,
It's
folks.
refreshing though. It's not heavy. Like a piece of cheesecake, I think it's heavy. So.
Okay.
So
Anywho.
we want to thank everyone for watching the show. This is obviously a holiday. Brittany, thank you so
Yes.
much for coming
Thank
in.
Thank you.
Have a fabulous 4th of July. She's going to have
And
an
you.
awesome time later on today.
And spend
jealous.
time with your families.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
So thank you guys so much for joining us. We love the comments. We're trying to do this each and every week for something fun. We get to talk about things, express, learn a little bit, and
Yes.
also we learn things that we want to maybe put out into the world. So again, thank you so much for watching. This is 3 moms and a dad and an amazing parfait.
Thank you.